What is up, you guys? It is your girl Nello back with the last video of the year, baby, and you got it. It is a gratitude video. Okay, no, you don't got it, but anyway. So I got up this morning with so much energy and I said my prayers and I wanted to get ready for the day because we all know that it's going to be crazy. It's gonna be lit. Okay, on my side, I really have absolutely no plans for today, but I just thought I put out this video. Today's video is just me reflecting on 21, I know that's cheesy, 21 memories, things that stuck out for me this year. There's a lot of things that has happened in my life this year, more than 21, and a lot of massive milestones, as well as ups and downs. But I just wanted to reflect on 21 of the best things that I believe happened. But before I move on, you guys are watching this either this year or 2022, whenever you'll be watching this, please do not forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell, just so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. I will really appreciate it, and I will take it as good feedback that you guys are really liking my vibe, you're liking my energy, you're liking my videos. Thank you. First and foremost, I am so grateful for the fact that, you know, I have life, I have breath in my lungs. That on its own is like, oh my gosh, there is still purpose, there's still work that God has still got and planned for my life. There's still a reason for me to be here. It is not because I was any worthy, it's not because I did anything special. No, it is absolutely God's grace. It is absolutely God still wanting to fulfill his plan in my life and through my life, and I'm very grateful for that. And alongside that, I'm very grateful for the fact that I have a roof on top of my head. That is very, my God, 2021, you know, following 2020 with COVID was a lot hectic, and you know, a lot of people went through unemployment and all those painful things that I thankfully didn't go through. I still am full-time employed with a salary and many other colorful things that God has just brought in my life, and I'm very grateful for that. Roof on top of my head, oh my God. I'm very grateful for the fact that I have both parents. My God, that is a massive one for me. A lot of people lost their parents this year, and I still have both of them alive. Cannot imagine how my life would have turned out without them, without their backing, without their prayers. I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for food. Oh my God, the importance of coming home and having a well-balanced meal. Well, that's very subjective, but anyway, knowing that there's food on the table, I don't have to go back. That is a blessing on its own. I'm grateful for the fact that I have all 5 of my senses working perfectly. That for me is sure. I do not know how my life would be if I, woke up and I couldn't see, for example. And I'm very grateful for the fact that I can see, I can taste, I can smell, I can hear, I can touch. I'm grateful that I still have all my organs intact. I never went through an operation to remove anything, that is very massive. And yes, the other thing is I'm grateful for good mental health. When you go through challenges, there's things like depression, there's things like having suicidal thoughts, there's things like not being able to think rationally, and having there's a lot of mental illnesses out there that I've been very fortunate to some extent of my life not have experienced, especially this year. And I'm very grateful for that I have like a good reasoning capacity. Sure. Okay, I'm done with that. And the other thing is that I'm very grateful for my challenges, and you will hear me talking about things that, one might think, okay, and I am gonna put it out there that I am very grateful for those as well. I will highlight 3 one or two of them. But I'm very grateful for those things that happened. I am very grateful for the fact that beginning of this year I had, I think, one of the, sure, I'm gonna say the worst things, but like, okay, to me, literally just as we started, I was in a relationship, in a romantic relationship that I thought, oh my god, this is it, I'm done, the search is over, I'm kind of comfortable, but I literally had told myself that this is it, and unfortunately it didn't work out. Things happen, and this was one of the worst things that took so long, and I still don't understand to this day why it took so long to actually understand. I was literally so confused, and I cried. Oh my god, I've never cried like I did. Wow, guys, what I heard. But anyway, I've never cried like I did this year, specifically with this relationship that I lost beginning of the year, and I was so confused. I tried to make sense of everything, and throughout the year, it still did not make sense, and it affected me really, 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 really badly. And I think it's because I thought to myself, this is it, he's the one. But anyway, let me stop being cheesy. And I remember I cried so much. There's this one day I came back from work and I was driving and I could not keep bloody tears away from my eyes, and I couldn't see. I almost caused an accident. But anyway, I'm very grateful for that experience, because eventually I got to a point where I understood why that happened to me, in terms of God's message, why that happened. It was very perhaps I can get a chance to share the story one day when I'm brave enough, but I believe that for some reason this was God rescuing me from something, which I'll potentially share. But yeah, I'm very grateful for that experience. Like, it was so bad, guys, that when I bumped into the guy, I literally, recently, I blanked out. But the great thing that happened also this year, so I got promoted to an external senior account manager. So all this time I was doing internal account management work, and finally I could go out there and spread my wings and build relationships with my customers and go to nice customer events, things like that. So for me, this was massive, because I had been doubting my abilities. I felt like a lot of things were not fair in terms of where I was, and financially also. I was just questioning a lot in terms of where I wanted to be in my life right now at the age of 27. So that for me was like a massive thing, which is also something that happened, I think a couple of weeks or so after my breakup, which was a bit of a soothing thing in my heart, that get up, go out there, you still got a lot of things that you have to achieve, baby girl. Paid off two of my major debts. So one of it was a store card, Edgar's to be specific. Oh my god, that card had me by the balls. Okay, sorry guys. It had me by the balls, really. Which I don't have, by the way. And the other one was a loan, like a long. I think I had this loan. When did I have this loan? I think it was like over 4 years. I had this loan for over 4 years, and it wasn't a lot of money, but like I did not really focus my attention on paying it off, so it wasn't really a priority. So I paid that off. Thank you, Jesus. So that for me is like also one of the things that I can like proudly say that happened to me. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful also that I managed to plan a family trip for my family for the first time in let's just say for the first time ever in my existence. I've always wanted to have like that setup of having a family time, and thank God that happened this year. So for me, that also stands out as one of the things that happened, especially when my parents were able to go get their massage done at a spa. And for me, oh my God, thank you. I'm very grateful for moments like that where I feel like there's a lot of little elements that bring about my purpose, and for me that makes my heart white as snow. I feel like, you know what, this 2021 was worth it. Okay, cool. Also, some of the things are like really like petty things, but like I'm really still grateful anyway because they mean something to me. So one of them is like the activities that I got up to this year, and one of most of them was a first for me. Like it was first, you know. And those activities, one of them was going hiking for the first time. I'm a serial procrastinator, like a pathetic, disgusting procrastinator, and I've been saying I'm gonna go hiking, I'm gonna do this, and finally this year I got to go hiking with my cousin and his girlfriend, and then I went to theater, guys. Wow, I went to watch a show in theater with one of my friends, and I promise you, I felt like I missed my passion, really. Like I was so excited. Goosebumps, my god. We went and watched Shaka Zulu. Anyway, yeah, that was also a first for me. And then I drove a Mercedes-Benz for the first time, guys. Not mine or anything like that, but like, listen, it's a first for me, and like I like luxury, and hello. Okay. So this year was also a year where I had to step up financially for myself. Hectic. Like adulting, guys, is wow. So my flatmate and I went our separate ways. Nothing crazy happened. No, it was all good, and I wish her all the best. She is like awesome to this date. So that meant that I had to now, you know, be the woman, wear my big girl panties, because now I have to pay the rent all by myself. There is no sharing. Yay, guys. Adulting. Yeah. Very proud, and I'm very grateful that I was put in that position. One of the other things that I'm grateful for is the opportunities that I had to become involved in my godson's life. This for me is one of the major highlights because you know, when he was little, I didn't think, like, I thought he didn't like me at all. Like, we didn't really get along, and it made me stay away a bit because it made me feel bad. I'm very awkward around kids. I was very awkward around kids. And now that I'm growing up, I'm realizing that, you know what, sooner or later, it's gonna be mine. So, you know, I gotta get in there. One way or another. One way or another. One way or another. What? One way or another. What is wrong with you? Okay, anyway. Oh, this one is stupid, but anyway. So I bought a washing machine for like on Black Friday. So I got a Black Friday sale. And the reason why I put this here is that I've just been, you know, trying to learn me, to understand me better this year. I think that's one of the things that I wanted to explore in terms of what kind of fun, what do I define as fun, doing things that some of them I shouldn't have, that I regret. But anyway, I explored myself fully this year, and why this washing machine, I don't know why I gotta be deep about a washing machine anyway. So why this is very relevant, a relevant point is because is that I realized that I get so tired these days, and I'm super lazy. Not like disgusting lazy, no, you won't find like a bomb in my house, no, it's not like that. But I realized that I don't want to do like heavy stuff anymore. I get so tired from work, and I just want an easy life if possible, and that's okay for me. And I had been doing laundry with my hands all of my life, all my 26 years of living, because I mean, it's not like I started doing laundry on all of them, but anyway. So yeah, all of those, I started doing laundry when I was 9. Yeah, so you can minus and subtract and all those things. I'm not about to do math. This year I went out a lot. I made good connections. I went out with my friends. I bonded with my friends. We went to restaurants. I feel so grateful that I have the friends that I have, that I've met, the people that I've met. Whether things have worked out with them or not, I am very grateful for the spaces that I have been in. I mean, it's not all rosy. I lost a friend this year, friends this year, acquaintances this year, and I'm so grateful for that because I'm a strong believer of everything happens for a reason. Yo, this one, sure, wow, God has been faithful. So I have like a faith plan or a faith something. No, it's yeah, I just took it out because I mean it's gone. Anyway, so one of the things that I ticked, which was a massive one for me, was having multiple streams of income. And this year, thank you Jesus, thank God that I've had opportunities to do just that. I mean, as much as my magazine, or the magazine that I was helping produce alongside my ex flatmate and my friend, didn't work out as great as we wanted it to this year because of, you know, issues with resources and many other things. I'm so grateful that, you know, irrespective of the challenges that I faced as an individual, where some of my ideas were even stolen by certain individuals, that I still had a drive to fight, because with the kind of life that I want for myself, as much as I'm in sales, I'm not really making the millions that I want, really. And I mean, listen, my taste is like worth millions. Okay, humble yourself, cool. So I realized that in order for me to get to where I want and do the things that I want when I want, have the financial freedom, I needed to have multiple streams of income. My salary was not going to be enough. I mean, my salary, I wanted it to be just for my immediate needs, like my rent, my cars, my food, my basic immediate stuff. I had an opportunity to launch 2 business ventures, which are exciting, and I hope to share about them one day. And yes, so that means that I am a boss babe. Now I'm a boss babe. But anyway, because I want support, guys, I'll tell you about one of them, which is I bought a bakkie, which you can hire out for removals of furniture and rubble and things like that. Very grateful that I even had that chance to make it happen, because I've been saying for years, people who know me know that I've always had ideas to branch out into entrepreneurial space, to do something with my life other than my 8 to 5, which is not enough for a queen bee like me. Oh no. So yes, I'm very proud of that, child. So this year I also moved churches where I fellowship. So I used to fellowship at Christian Family Church International for years. I mean, since 2008 when I moved to South Africa, I've literally been there. And since and then COVID happened. And then I moved to Midrand, which is almost an hour away, because it's all the way in Boksburg, the East Rand. And then with COVID happening, I've just been doing online church, and I haven't been really active in terms of gathering of saints and going to small groups and things like that. And it really messed up with my spiritual life. And so I moved churches, and I moved church to his church, Christian Family Church, which is like a branch, or which is led by Pastor Donovan and Chantal Benjamin. They have been really great blessings in my life, and I hope to be more involved next year, because that is where I have my roots. I have something that grounds me, and being able to have some kind of accountability and grow spiritually, I believe that nothing in my life can ever sprout out, or I can never really access fully or tap into all that I need to be if I'm not centered by God, by Christ. So yes, so that's one of the biggest things that happened to me, which yeah. Yo guys, this year I got scammed. I got scammed. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna give you like a rough estimate in terms of a figure. No, not exactly. Okay, I got scammed. Let's just say I got scammed over 30,000 rand. Do you know what I would have done with that money? By the way, my savings are in shambles, which I'm really fixing anyway. But I got scammed close to 30,000 rand. No. I got scammed over 30,000 rand, and this comprised of, I was involved with a cryptocurrency agency that scammed me almost a lot of that money, which is over 20 grand. And then I did WhatsApp stock fail, because your gal thinks getting rich quickly is for her. And listen, there's a lot of evidence that just give up. Yeah. And then so there was 2 cryptocurrency ones, of which the largest was 20 and the other one was like just over 5 grand. And then there's a lot, guys, but like, stupid mistakes this year are not happening again in 2022. I'm very grateful also for that, because there's a lot of lessons that I took from that. I am grateful. I am smiling. Obviously, it was not funny when it happened. Listen, you wake up one day and you don't got 20 grand. I'm crying with myself. Anyway. Whatever, man. You will never have peace, whoever you are. Okay, and then we got scammed just as I'm thinking, you know what, I'm over that. That was beginning of the year, mid-year. And then I thought, you know what, I'm over that. I'm not doing that again. I'm a grown-up. I'm gonna be responsible now. And we got scammed. We were supposed to go to Cape Town with my friend for my birthday. So every year, Pitsile, one of my closest, bestest, awesome friends, we plan birthday trips or getaway trips for specifically our birthday months. So hers is in September, mine is in October. So like we planned between those months, and we're supposed to go to Cape Town, and this guy literally escaped with 13 grand of our money. This is recent. So yeah, I'm still like healing. I got a first gift delivered at my workplace. I have been working for over 7 years, and I had never received a gift delivered to my office before. And this year I received a gift from a male. Yeah, from a male. No, I'm not with him. Yeah, and there's a lot of drama around that, but anyway. But the fact is, I received a gift, guys. Do you know how awesome it is to be like in the office, like, and then the receptionist like calls you or leaves you a gift? It's amazing. And also, one of my friends delivered gifts for my birthday also. I received the best gifts this year for my birthday. That for me is a highlight also of this year. And I'm also kind of controlling a bit, because I told people how much they should spend for my birthday gift, because I believe that we need to evolve as individuals. And if we buy each other gifts worth 150, that's all we ever going to be. When are we going to start gifting each other cars? Do you understand? Do you get my gist? Yeah, anyway, so I got the best gifts. My friends actually went an extra mile with the giftings this year. I love you guys and my family, and whoever owes me a gift, I hope you feel guilty. And I am also going to reciprocate, just in case you think I'm selfish. I'm not. I'm being a better person. I also learned a thing or two. I went for a few courses at work, and then I read a book. Guys, I am terrible when it comes to reading a book. I prefer listening. I prefer listening to audiobooks, because I don't know, I don't have patience for paper, and it reminds me of school. And I know that's bad, but I'm very grateful that it started out with something as as small as FOMO, because at work, so we have I have two of the ladies that I really I love them. Nobushe Nyati. Okay, sorry, it's not Nobushe Nyati, but anyway, my what do you call it? The first wife to our husband, Mr. Nyati. Anyway, I think he's divorced me anyway right now. Anyway, so Nobushe and Zinzile, they're bookworms. They literally formed this awesome allegiance. They formed this awesome gang of people who just read books, and like I just had FOMO. And this one time, were we going through COVID lockdown? I can't remember, but anyway, Nobushe sent me one of the books that she was reading, and it was Shlomu the Wife, Naledi His Love, and 3 others, which I've only read, to be honest, 2 of them. But the fact is, for a person who has never willingly picked up a book, I mean, I only pick up a book if I have to, if I'm studying. And now I'm slowly developing a love for reading, which for me is a plus, because I've always heard sermons or motivational speakers speak talking about how it expands your thinking capacity, how you are actually tapping into the other parts of your brain, and you're learning more, you're becoming better, you're evolving, all of those things. When you read, you are as good as the books that you've read, or you're better. You're better. And there's been a lot of books that I just pass through Kun Books and I see a few books and I'm just like, if only, because I know that if I buy them, it's gonna be a waste of time. They're gonna be on the shelf. And now I'm very grateful that I can read books. But because of that reading of books, I'm very grateful also because I've also had a bit of patience to listen to things that are beneficial for my life. Like, I have been religiously watching Nicolette Mashile in terms of a financial literacy, a financial education, and I've recently also started watching I've recently started watching this awesome gent by the name of TK Ntebe from back home in Lesotho. He's also he's like a financial coach, and I promise you, I feel like my life is becoming better and better and better and better and better and better, especially my financial life, which I've been struggling a lot with over the years. And now that I've found like a key on how to conquer that step by step, I believe that I'm gonna be a millionaire soon. Okay, watch this space. I tested positive for COVID-19. You guys might have seen the last two, or the last video. And the reason why this is on my list for gratitude, or why I'm grateful for it, is because I tested for it when my mind was at a better space. When COVID started, I was very terrified of contracting it. Like, I was so ridiculous. I did not allow anybody in the house. I had not seen my parents for a while. I was very cautious, rightfully so. I'm so grateful that it came at a point where like my faith was so pumped up that anything that happens, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna live. Because I don't know what would have happened if I contracted it, even if I didn't get sick, because right now, I don't know if it was Omicron or what it was, but I literally had close to, let's say, no symptoms of COVID. I don't know if I've always been like that. Maybe I'd contracted it before in the past year or so, and I didn't know because I never tested. But the fact that it happened now, the results of positive came at this now, I was okay. I never panicked. I had faith fueled up in my spirit, shut up in my bones. So yes, I'm very grateful for that as well, because I got, apart from the fact that I got 10 days of leave, I didn't really work in December. Yeah, so this year my car got bumped twice, 2 times. Imagine what that does to my to my insurance history. I'm not reckless, they bumped me. And I'm very grateful that I did not have any injuries. My car was not a write-off. My car is literally just a ball full of beautiful scratches, but that's it. I'm grateful that it happened, because that's where I saw the hand of God, that you know what, when he says that he shields over us, he is here. It's practical. I can see it. I can boldly stand here and say I'm very grateful that the accident happened, that God came through like he always does. Last part of my gratitude point is I went home. I went home after 2 years. So I had never been to Lesotho since my grandmother passed away, which was 2 years ago. And that's mainly because my grandparents were one of the reasons why I went home after moving to South Africa. We're working on our relationship, my cousins and I, but we're not at a point where it's so tight that like I feel like, oh my god, they drive me to go home. But now, I mean, listen. So yeah, so I went home, guys. It was the most beautiful Christmas that I've ever had. We were just catching up with my family. I saw some of my cousins. It wasn't really planned properly, but we're gonna plan it better next year. And I was reminded of where I went to school. Some places like in Maseru, I had not been there for like over 10 years, and I was just passing through where I grew up in Tabong, Kwading, Maseru. And then I went past where I used to school in Hamabot Gateway Primary School. I saw where I used to shop, guys. I had not been there over 15 years. And listen to this, I met up with one of a friend that I made when I was in grade 8 or Form 1 at St. James Anglican, and this was in 2006, I think. So I had not seen her since 2006, and we clicked like never before. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that also. Just in conclusion, all of these, good things that I highlighted and a few bad, which I'm grateful that I didn't have a lot of tears this year, of things that were unfortunate. I'm very good. This year was actually a beautiful year for me. I will not even lie. It was beautiful all throughout, and it's so surprising that it is the year where my relationship with God was lacking, and that it shows God's faithfulness. Even when I'm not faithful, he still is. He doesn't need me to make him more of a God than he already is. He's just God in his essence. There's nothing I can ever do to make him less of a God. And that's literally what 2021 in conclusion was for me. The fact that there's days where I couldn't pray. There's days where I felt like some things were unfair. I could have being entitled sometimes and saying, reminding God that God, you do this for other people. How come you don't do it for me? How come you don't do it for my family? And I became very despondent and very upset at God. I just withdrew, and I ended up, making very bad decisions. Some of them, there's lessons learned from them, and then some of them I'm just facing the consequences of them, and still learning from them. And in all of that, all these beautiful things that I said in my long video, God was still faithful when I was not faithful, when I did not even want to be at church, when literally I would wake up in the morning and I just want to thank him for life. That's it. I didn't want to conversate with him. I didn't want to hear what he had in plan for me. I didn't want to be grateful. So this is literally me just reminiscing and thinking about every single thing that happened to me this year. And yeah, this is hectic for me. This is also a prayer. So Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I stand here and I just think about the fact that I have both my parents. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about good relationships with my friends. I'm talking about being in a challenging financial space where God still came through for me, you know. Um, yeah, so I hope this video is an encouragement to everybody to just sit down as we enter the new year and then in the next couple of hours to just sit down and write down as much as you can remember of what good has happened and what bad has happened, and if you've noticed the lessons that came out of that, because sometimes, you know, things, challenges and bad things that happen, they won't be revealed right away as to why is this happening to me, you know. But even if there's no radical message that you get, you always have a knowing in your spirit where God wants to lead you with that misfortune, or if yeah, whatever it is. So yeah, this is me being a motivational speaker, Nello. And a crybaby. This is me being a crybaby D. Yeah, but thank you so much, you guys. If you watched until the end, I want you to know that I think you are the MVP for literally sitting. This is potentially one of my longest videos, and you still stuck around. And I want you to know that I really love you, and I wish you a happy 2022.